Can you build a Playboy from scratch?
I can.
No. Well, maybe it is. Okay, so you're at Yes All Trolls. I'm your moderator, Mickey. I am a damn fool. Let's just get that out of the way right now. This is gonna be a panel full of the sacred and the profane. Mostly profane. Again, sorry, but that's where we are. We're gonna do this from the bottom to the top. At the far end, we have Molly, who does all kinds of media stuff on WTV, and now you're with Touch Vision.
Touch Vision, yes.
See, that's awesome.
Yes. It's Vogel, not WBC, but they're both owned by the parent company, Chicago Public Media.
Like I was never taking all that information.
That's okay. I gotta, maintain your own brand.
Listen, I'm just saying, we're having a minor tech problem where we can't get online, so I had a whole thing online I was gonna read, and it's gone now, so sorry. Instead you get that lovely display. Next to her is Jamie Nesbitt Golden, who is one half of Hood Feminism, 1/5 of Nerdgasm Noir, Sierra her brand, and also a hot ass mess. Sometimes she's a journalist too.
Yeah, I'm a contributing writer for DNA Info Chicago. Wow, thank you.
Use the mic.
I'm a contributing writer for DNA Info Chicago.
Next to her is Tiny DePass, who does I Need Diverse Games and a bunch of other random shenaniganry, and also is a showboat. I'm just saying. I saw that show up. We're going to talk about that later. Then there's Jen Cross. Jen, I don't remember your list, so you better do it yourself.
Okay. I'm lead organizer for Just Right Chicago. It's the largest writing group in the city that provides time and safe, inclusive, motivational space for writers to just write. When I'm not doing that, when it gets warmer, I'm usually outside playing with fire, dressed as Zoe Walker or other slew of women of color characters from the
And then there's Patrick Ficklin, who is an artist. He's also probably the quietest person you've ever seen do a panel. This is his first panel. Be kind. All right, so welcome to Yes All Trolls. For those of you who are hashtagging away, if you decide to tag in Gamergate or any of the other sad puppies, rabbit puppies, anybody else I want to talk about like a dog, that's fine. They'll show up in my mentions, I'll block them. I recommend an auto blocker if you're going to use those tags though, because you'll find out if you're on Twitter. You'll find out. So we're gonna take this from a perspective of, I imagine people will have questions somewhere in the middle. Raise your hand. No one's speaking. I'm gonna point at you. If someone's speaking, you have to wait till they're done speaking. We only have like an hour, so I don't want to, do the 20-minute thing at the end and then find out someone has 17 questions. Also, if you have 17 questions, I might just stop calling your name, just so you know. So clear. All right, so for those of you who are maybe not used to using social media or doing a lot of these things online, you probably have the attitude that we're talking about trolls. What's the big deal? What harm can they do? And for some of them, for a significant percentage, it literally is, whatever, dude, you're 14, you're fapping away in your mom's basement to the idea. I did say I wasn't a nice girl. Did I mention that? Did I leave that out? All right. However, for those of you who have maybe seen some of the coverage about Gamergate or more recently the Hugos and the Rabid Puppies, Sad Puppies thing, I'm going to point out to you that some of the names, if you go back and look in all of these, you're going to see the same names repeated over and over again. You're going to see names like Box Day in Race Fail 2009, you're going to see them in the Rabid Puppies, you're going to see them in Gamergate. And just maybe the question should start to be asked about what it means that we're seeing a pattern of harassment escalate and the same people harass across years, right? It's not just 15-year-olds in their mom's basement. It's not just, I'm gonna say a mean thing to you, you block me and life goes on. Those are trolls. Those don't count, I don't care. We're talking about the people who will do things like swatting. Do we know what swatting is? Okay. For those who don't, swatting is when you call the police and report a crime is occurring and they come to the person's house, guns are blazing, and sometimes they do things like shoot a dog, sometimes they might shoot a person. People have gone to jail for swatting, don't do it, kids. You have folks who will attempt to use revenge porn, whether real or fake. There's a lot of Photoshop tweets and comments circulating around being blamed at people's feet, all of these things. You also have the media largely not necessarily understanding what's going on, and writing about harassment in this sort of confused way unless there's someone who participates actively online. So, we're going to start with our family. First, anyone want to talk about being harassed online?
Fine, I'm gonna be that loud now. Can you all hear me? Because I feel like I'm quiet. Speak up, raise my hand. Okay. So for those of you not aware, I started the I Need Diverse Games hashtag and that brought all the Gamergaters to my yard. That is not a fun experience, let me tell you. So without Nikki telling me about